The woman, in a fit of anger, smashed her husband's phone with a hammer, simply because every time she called him, all she got was a read but no reply. Just moments ago, the car crashed violently due to a brake failure. She desperately tried calling her husband, but all she heard was endless busy signals on the other end. Enduring severe pain, she only hoped to save the baby, but her husband was with another woman, indifferent to her life or death. In the end, she could only watch as despair engulfed her, and the unborn child couldn't be saved. 5 years of dedication became a joke in that moment. It turned out that 5 years ago, her husband married her, only because his family was facing a financial crisis and he eyed their power and wealth. He had always secretly harbored feelings for his deceased first love. The woman he had treated with care was only with him because she looked 80% like his first love. Even more absurd, he twisted this deep affection into hatred for his wife. He blamed her wedding for causing him to miss the chance to save his first love. Thus, he used 5 years of emotional abuse to break a proud and graceful swan, transforming her into a woman on the brink of madness. Finally seeing through everything, the woman decided to fight back. On her mother's Memorial Day, her husband's parents dared to come and make trouble. They pointed at her and cursed, even smashing her mother-in-law's portrait. At that moment, the woman could no longer tolerate it. She brought a group of bodyguards, grabbed a baseball bat, and began smashing everything. With a loud crash, the expensive TV was instantly destroyed. Next, an entire cabinet of priceless antiques also met the same fate. Her husband's parents cried and begged, tears flowing, but the woman didn't even blink. Then, her husband finally arrived. Angrily, he demanded to know how long she intended to keep causing a scene. She sneered, mocking him for being so fast this time. He hadn't even taken 15 minutes. At that moment, the scheming woman approached, pretending to apologize, saying she had delayed her husband's time. Just as the woman was turning to leave, the scheming woman faked a fall. The man pushed the woman down. Watching him care for the scheming woman so tenderly, the woman's heart had already turned cold, even though she was suffering from excruciating pain, and blood had already seeped through the tiles beneath her. She straightened her back and ruthlessly exposed the scheming woman's true nature. She mocked her as nothing but a foot washer who didn't deserve to enter this house. But her husband's mother, like someone blind to reality, thought that this meek woman was better suited for her son. Finally, the woman collapsed from exhaustion. Seeing the blood on the floor, her husband panicked. He picked her up and rushed to the hospital. Ironically, in the hospital, his phone kept ringing. All were messages from the scheming woman, playing the victim. Though he stayed by her side, his heart had already flown to another woman. When she woke up, her eyes were filled with nothing but indifference. She told him the marriage was over and there was no need to waste time here. Yet he still tried to maintain his false affection, even having the chef prepare porridge to bring her. Unaware that she had grown to utterly despise him, she flipped the bowl of porridge onto the floor. Back home, the woman found a boastful text from the scheming woman. It had pictures of her husband taking care of her, along with his handwritten promises. These words cut her last shred of hope like sharp knives. She decided firmly to kick him out of her house, because the house had been bought by her father for her. He didn't deserve to live there. But at that moment, he came back with a large pile of gifts, and suggested they go to a resort to ease the tension. At the resort, the scheming woman indeed followed closely. She pretended to injure her ankle, leaving the woman alone in the car while she went to lunch with him. Because the scheming woman didn't like Western food, she insisted on taking her to eat Spanish cuisine. By the pool, the scheming woman finally revealed her true face. She arrogantly told the woman that her husband was nice to her because she resembled his deceased first love, while the woman was just